Ah, today we're playing Cemetery Mary for the second time. We're gonna know who the murderer is, who the kidnapper murderer is. So, hello, game. Can't hear anything. Well, let's just load this one. Like this. I thought it would be some spooky story with a clever title, but to my surprise, it is written as more of an instructional guide. So, we were reading a book that the store guy gave us about how to talk to ghosts. You're so cute. Oh, my cat is just so adorable. I love him. I love you. I'm gonna get distracted a lot if you stay next to me, you know. 'Cause you're so cute, I wanna cuddle you all the time. Okay, I'm serious. I'm serious and focused. It's a very interesting read, and I'm curious as to how they got all this information. Anyways, as previously mentioned, ghosts exist on a different plane of existence. That much is obvious. Yet, they can communicate with us, despite their beings existing on a separate layer from ours. We see time and time again their attempts to reach us. Perhaps it is because they are angry. Perhaps it is because they are lonely. Does each ghost exist on their own, or do spirits share a realm with one another, expanding and everlasting? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Or is there only purgatory, stretching for miles beyond what we can comprehend? These are questions I cannot yet answer, for if I could, I wouldn't be here writing this right now, would I? But there is a question I have been able to answer. Since ghosts can make contacts with us, I often wondered, could we contact them? Sure, you've heard of psychics and mediums and whatnot, but that is only half of what I am talking about. Being born with an innate ability is a factor, of course, but I wanted to delve deeper than that. Despite where they may exist, they can clearly affect things in our realm. They can reach us, and like one-way glass, I know they can see us. But what if we could see them? It is not enough to hear them. I wanted to see them, to travel to where they were. I believe that when you die, perhaps your soul can become unrestricted. But what if we could accomplish the opposite? What if a living being had the ability to unrestrict itself before death? Perhaps this sounds like crazy talk. Oh, oh, my phone is ringing. Your phone is ringing. Do, 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 do. Hello? Hi. Oh, hi, Twyla. Did you need something? No. Well, kind of. Remember how we went to Cypress Side the other day? Yeah, of course, why? Do you happen to remember the name of that guy you talked to? You mean Ed? Yes, but his last name also. Wraithward. Thank you. I was sure I had it right, but I just wanted some confirmation. Oh, okay. Is there, anything else you need from me? Or him? I mean, you did call instead of text, so... Oh, that was just to ensure I got an immediate response. Oh, well, okay. If you need any more, info on him, I'm going to visit him this weekend, so... In the cemetery? No, in the retirement home. Mary, you know he died, right? Meow, my cat went meow. I need to get him out of the room before he meows again. Kitty. Goodbye, kitty. No more kitty. I am hopping back to my seat because I have a blanket and it's mermaid tail shaped so I can put my feet in it. And I look like a mermaid. So I was hopping over to my door and hopping back to my chair. So anyway, dead people, huh? I mean, I figured you kept on top of all that stuff. You didn't know? He died the day we went. Guess that emergency he had was serious after all. It also means the butcher could have been there when we were. That's why I was looking more into it just now. I hope you weren't too attached. I'll talk to you later. I was heartbroken. The butcher could have been there. Was it because of us? Because we were there investigating them? Were they on our trail? Did did Ed die because I had trouble sleeping that night? And I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day, finding out as much information as I could. If he really did die because I wasn't going to miss his funeral. Normally, when I put flowers on the graves, especially new ones I haven't seen before, I bring flowers I grew myself. Buying them can get expensive and it feels more genuine to grow my own. But I had just been growing a new patch. I didn't have any new flowers I could bring. So I took all the little buds I could gather and wrapped them up and invited myself in. Wouldn't you know, his funeral was the same day I was planning on visiting him? Isn't it funny how life works out? I normally don't cry at funerals. I mean, at least the one where I don't know the person well. But I had to cry now. I had no choice but to cry. All I could think about was him sitting there in his room, talking about how lonely he was. How no one ever came to visit him. Well, they came to visit now. He wasn't alone now. Right? I didn't talk to any of his family. And they didn't talk to me. And I was fine with that. I didn't want to explain my reason for being here. The overwhelming sense of guilt was enough weight on my shoulders. I didn't want to have to explain it to them too. I normally don't like to outlast family members at their own family's funerals. But I couldn't help it this time. I had to stay. I had to stay as long as I could to somehow possibly make up for what I may have caused. Family members dwindled, and eventually they all left. I'm sure they were confused that I didn't. But I didn't want to move from this spot, even if she tried to drag me. Oh, oh, Ed. Um, I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve this. Um, I'm so sorry. This, this might be my fault. Maybe, maybe she was right. Maybe if I had helped her more, or we had worked quicker, maybe. Your family came to visit, you know? J just like you wanted them to. They, they all seem to miss you a lot. So, I hope you know that they were thinking of you. And your wife, you, you're right next to her, you know? Uh, I had been leaving her flowers for so long, and I hope you know that I was taking care of her this whole time. So I'm sure she wasn't lonely. And maybe you won't either, now that you're beside her. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say other than I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I must have been really exhausted. The guilt I was feeling and how much I cried. I didn't even remember falling asleep. I had just been leaning against his gravestone crying, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the ground of an unfamiliar place. Ooh, not good. Ooh! I picked myself off the ground and looked around. Everything seemed so strange. There was a faint green glow all around. The air felt foggy and moist. In front of me was a house that looked similar to the cabin, but this wasn't the cabin, was it? I had no clue where I was. What do I do? Run. You run. That is what you do. Look around. Probably listen to hear if there's anybody around. Silence. Look around then. I looked all around me. Except for the house, I could see nothing in the distance. There were no other buildings. There were no trees either. Or people. It was almost uncomfortable how empty it felt. What about breathing the flowers? Took a big whiff to smell my surroundings. There was the faint smell of lilies coming from all directions, though I didn't see any. What about feel? The grass felt like a soft carpet. The rocks and wood of the house felt artificial, almost plastic-like. And knock on the... I don't want to go knock on the door. I don't want to go knock on the door. Well, I suppose there's not much else I can do. Sadly. I climbed up the porch and walked up to the door. Standing in front of it, I politely knocked, waiting to see if there was someone inside. I didn't hear anything, so I knocked again, a little louder this time. I heard something coming. Then the door creaked, and the handle slowly turned, and what answered was, Ed! It's Ed! Yay! Well, hey there. Ed, is that really you? I know who else it would be. Um, I'm so glad. I gave Ed a big hug as he invited me inside. I was so pleasantly surprised. He led me into the kitchen area and offered me refreshments. I politely declined as I pulled up a stool to talk to him, because the Ed that I know is... I'm very happy to see you, you know, but how is this possible? Hmm? How do you mean? Well, um, you died. Died? Oh, yes, I suppose that did happen. I nearly forgot. Actually, that's curious then. 'Cause how did you get there if I'm dead? Well, I don't know. I just woke up here. Hmm. Alright then. I hope you enjoy your stay. If you're here long enough, my wife should be back any minute. You could say hi. Your wife? She's here too? I'm I'm so glad you could see her again. Me too. Funny thing is, I'm pretty sure she knows you too. She she does? Had had I ever met her before then? Not sure, but she says a red-haired girl brings her flowers a lot. And you're the only redhead girl I know that's not in the family. Really? That's... Hey, while I'm here, can I ask you something? If that's okay? I don't see why not. How exactly did you die? Well, beats me. One second I was eating lunch with you there, then I started coughing. Things were pretty dark for a while. And before I knew it, I was here, sitting in a cozy chair and feeling right as peach. Really, just like that. Was was it painful? Maybe a little, but not for too long. I just remembered my lunch tasting a little different. Maybe it was spoiled? Then I just couldn't breathe. Probably started choking from eating too fast. But would choking cause him to cough up blood like that? I see. And that's all you remember? Can't say I was much else. Thank you. Even a little information helps a lot. Helped in what? Uh, oh, don't worry about it. Hi! Hello! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Besides, I don't think you really have much to worry about if you're here. Well, I suppose that's true. Sure you don't want anything while you're here then? We just stocked the fridge. Go on, help yourself. Oh, well, if you insist, I suppose. Thank you very much then. I got up from the stool and walked towards the fridge. La la la. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I didn't think dead people would need to eat. I wouldn't eat anything from a dead person's fridge. I think that would be a pretty bad idea. That's just my opinion. Do you do you? You do you, Mary. I opened the fridge and looked inside. It was stocked like a regular fridge would be. Though I can't say I recognize many of the brands here. But I don't think that belongs in a fridge. Because that's... Mary? It's the library guy. I jumped to my feet as soon as I heard my name called. The sound of Reginald's voice had jolted me awake. So, was that just... Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I saw you lying on the ground and was worried something had happened to you. I don't think a cemetery is a very good place to take a nap, you know. A nap? Then... Was that all a dream? But Ed's and the way he spoke. I couldn't have made all that up, could I? Reginald? What are you doing here? Ah, that's right. I never told you, did I? I'm a coffin maker, you see. That's cool. That's really cool. And, well, I've actually got business with someone who works here. Oh, you make coffins? That's actually pretty... Before I knew it, someone from behind me harshly gripped my shoulder. Oh, why, if it isn't Twyla. Hello, Reginald. Huh? Oh, hi, Twyla. You're kind of hurting me. What's going on here? Oh, you're friends with Mary too? How lovely. You know, Twy, dear, I haven't seen you at the library in quite some time. Did you stop working there? You should have told me. I looked for you when I got in, you know? I was worried something terrible might have happened to you. Uh-huh. Well, it was nice seeing you, Reginald. But Mary and I have to get going. We do? Aw, is that so? Yes, we're already off schedule, so it's best we leave immediately. We are. I killed a bug. No, I didn't. I missed it. I almost killed a bug flying in front of me. Oh, alright. Perhaps I'll see you later then. Maybe. Goodbye. Ooh, tensions, tensions. Twyla practically dragged me out of the cemetery. I don't think they're friends. I felt really bad since I wasn't able to say goodbye to Reginald first. Once we were out past the gate, Twyla gave me a smack on the back of my head. Ow! Why'd you do that? What are you doing with him back there? Huh? What do you mean? Didn't I tell you he was suspicious before? You don't understand. He's higher on my suspect list than ever now. Really? Yes. I'm almost confident he's up to something, even if not the murders. You'd be smart to avoid him. Right. Well, let's go then. Huh? We're doing something after all? Well, I was just going to do it by myself. But since you're here, I might as well take you along too. Let's go. I'll tell you what I know along the way. Hey, where are we going? Hardware store. Hardware store? Yeah. You see, back when we looked in the kitchen of the retirement home, I saw something. And I'm pretty sure it was... Hey, was it antifreeze? Huh? How'd you know that? Well, back when we were in the retirement home, I saw this trail of something I wasn't sure of. It was like a trail of floor stains. Twilight hit me over the head again. Ow! Please stop doing that! Idiots, why didn't you tell me? I didn't have the chance. And, well, something else confirmed it for me too. Yeah? What's that? Well, back in the cemetery, I I think I spoke to Ed's ghost, the man who died. Oh, please don't try to bring a bunch of supernatural shit into this. I'm serious. I was in the house. His house. You broke in? No, it was like a ghost house. I don't know how to describe it. And he offered me food, but when I looked in his fridge, there was a gallon of antifreeze in there. At least, that's what it looked like from the way it was labeled. Right. Hello, hi, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I have orange juice, if you wanted to know. It tastes like orange. Very yummy. I promise I'm not making it up. Sure, whatever. By any means, you know what we're looking for. Back when we were in the retirement home, I saw a nearly empty gallon of something magenta-like, with the majority of its label scratched off. I took a sample of it. Analysis showed that it was some type of antifreeze. Analysis. How'd you do that? It's not important. But Huh? Don't worry about it. It would take too long to explain, and it really isn't important how I did it. I just know it is Some type of antifreeze. Some type. It's close enough. Must be some new brand or some bullshit. I don't know. That wasn't the important part. When I looked further into it, I discovered that whatever brand that was, it was completely different than the kind used by the retirement home and their vehicles. That means someone else had to bring in that antifreeze. Antifreeze. Antifreeze, antifreeze. I don't know. Which most likely means it was brought in for the express purpose of hurting somebody fucking. I killed it. I killed the fly. It's dead. I want to go around to hardware stores and auto shops and ask the workers there what they know about antifreeze. Well, that's weird, and this kind specifically. If we're really lucky, maybe we can even find out who's been purchasing it. You think that'll work? What if whoever was using it ordered it online? I doubt it. Because if the butcher really is using antifreeze, then they're probably out buying it and paying for it with cash. It's much easier to track a digital footprint. Even if it wasn't. It wouldn't look good when the authorities finally realized the murder weapon and discover you've been having it shipped to your house for the past few weeks. And even if not, it's at least worth looking into what kind it is. I never thought of it like that. We're almost there. I'll start talking to employees and see if they can provide me with information. You go and look at all the antifreeze and see if you can find any that looks like this. Tuella showed me a ripped part of the label, as well as liquid sample in a small jar. The liquid looks similar to the kind that stained the floor, except it looks much more magenta here. The label was black with a magenta-ish purple stripe on it. It looked like there was a part of a letter on it, but it was too cut off to know which letter it could have been. It felt weird. What was this label made of? It just felt like old paper. When we got inside the local hardware shop, Twila practically pushed me to the outdoor sections. She went off to go find someone to talk to. I guess it was my job to look for any potential candidates. Where should I look? Bottom shelves because it's the less expensive stuff. Nothing down here but bags of soil and fertilizer. It smells bad. Middle shelves. There's some snow stuff here. Shovels, gloves, antifreeze. Though none of these look like the bottom I'm looking for. There's a lot of blue and green and even some pink, but nothing with this purpley magenta color. Let's see. There was definitely something going on with that antifreeze. Somewhere has to have it. Or at least some worker who knows what we're talking about. But even if we find it, does that really mean we can find who's buying it? What about the top shelves? They're too high for me to see, unfortunately. Tiny! One of those roller stair thing was in the aisle, though. I thought about climbing it, but I was worried I might get in trouble. I guess I'll wait for an employee to come by and help me. I looked very hard, but I didn't find anything. Twila and I tried out a few different stores, but no one seemed to have what we were looking for. Anything that was purple wasn't antifreeze, and anything that was antifreeze wasn't purple. Even when we asked the employees, they didn't seem to know what we were talking about. Even showing them the label, they would say they'd never seen antifreeze or coolant packaging like this in their lives. Our efforts seemed fruitless. So eventually, we just gave up. At least for the day, that is. Twilight Wow, Twyla didn't even offer me a ride home or anything. She seemed really fed up. I guess I could see why. I just ended up heading back home after that. We had spent a while out together, and it wasn't as if I could do much more today. The day was pretty exhausting, anyways, so I went home to do all the usual evening things, and night proceeds as normal. Can I ask you a strange question? Are you there? Where are you? I'm here. What was your question? Have you been to a hardware? No, do you believe in go? Ah, both are interesting. What about the hardware store? That's a strange question. Why do you ask? Can you just answer it, please? I have not. I don't really see why that's important. Did something happen? No, no, it's just curious. That's all. But if you haven't, then it doesn't matter. If you say so. Good night, Mary. Well, that was short. It's been a few days since then. More than a few. Things have been very quiet. I stayed home, I go out, but nothing new or interesting has really happened. I don't hear a lot from Twyla anymore. I want to message her sometimes, but I'm afraid she's mad at me. Or something like that. I haven't been a lot of help to her, and when I try, well, I just mess it all up, I guess. Maybe it'd be better if she didn't ask for my help. It's not like I know how any of this works. Maybe she should have just interviewed me and been done with it. Then she wouldn't have to get frustrated with me all the time. Croven's gone out today, even with all this rain. I guess he just really hates staying home. I mean, maybe I'd be out too if I had somewhere to go. As much as I love the cemetery, walking around in its muddy shoes, less than I is this blah 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 blah. As much as I love the cemetery, walking around it in muddy shoes is less than ideal. I can handle it for a little while, but not as long as I'd like to stay. There's the library and all too, but I still have books here and it's not really worth getting soaking wet for. The cemetery. I keep thinking of that dream I had there. I I had to have just been imagining it, right? There's no way that was really Ed's ghost. Unless it was. It's it's almost like the book I read that talked about how ghosts were on a different plane. Is that the kind of plane it was talking about? But if so, how come more people don't see ghosts in their dreams? Maybe they do, but they just don't realize it? If I'm seeing ghosts in my dreams, does that mean my dreams with mom and dad mean I wasn't able to consider that possibility much longer before my phone buzzed with a text message. It was Twila. Hey. Hi. It's been a while. Is everything okay? No. Oh? Why not? Because we haven't found fucking shit, that's why not. Well, she seemed as usual. Have you been able to find that antifreeze? No. Even looking online, I can't find anything similar. I'm beginning to wonder if it's even antifreeze after all. How do you mean? I know that we think it is, and even if my analysis showed it was the same, I don't know. Something isn't adding up. Do you have any idea of who it might be, at least? I do, actually. but I still don't have enough evidence to go off and prove that it is him. Him. Reginald Tetra. Tetra, not Tetra. Reginald Tetra. Wait, really? I know he said he was a suspect earlier, but I don't know. He always seemed pretty nice whenever I talked to him. Of course he does. If you were a killer, would you act outwardly suspicious? He's probably only nice so that you don't suspect him of doing anything wrong. Still, what gives you the idea that it's him? Do you remember how I said I worked in a library for a little while? I do. Well, I remember that he would always try to hide or cover the books he was reading, as if he never wanted anyone to know. But once, I was able to catch sight of one of those books before he put it back on the shelves. It was about poisons. I didn't think too much about it at the time. It was a while ago, before this all started. But it stuck out to me, especially considering he was always so secretive about what he reads. It seems very relevant now, doesn't it? You think he's been referencing that book? That he's poisoning people? It's a high possibility. At the very least, it's the only lead I have right now. Which brings me to believe it's him. I never trusted that man. The only thing is I have no other proof. And I don't think I can and I don't think I can get closer to him without appearing suspicious myself. What if it isn't him? No, but that's a good point. And do we even have any really other suspects? I don't think we have, so maybe that's a good point. I guess he could be a suspect. But I'm still having a hard time believing it's him. But then again, you've known him longer than I have, I guess. Listen, Mary, I know a lot of people in this town, but no one has ever struck me with more suspicion than Reginald Tetra. Tetra. I think if we're going to set our sights on any suspect, it should be him. She seems so certain of it. But she's given me no real reason to suspect him. Besides, he seems so friendly and sociable. He's been so nice to me every time I've met him. I don't want to think he would do something like that. Well then, Twy, if you're so certain it's him, why don't you contact the police? I'm sure if they look into it, they'll find something. The police are a bunch of fucking idiots and full of scummy fucking people. We've been over this. Even if that wasn't the case, I don't want to be involved in any investigation of theirs. Can't you send in an anonymous report or something? Do you really think any of those reports actually stay anonymous? Do you realize how easy it is to get information, Mary? Even if just texting this over the phone with you makes me concerned. If anyone sees these texts and knows what we're doing, it could be a lot of trouble. That's why I want to get this over with as quickly as possible. And the quickest way to do that is to decide on who's responsible and then out them. Just like that? Is she so certain it's him, she's willing to accuse him just on a whim? If we can prove that Reginald has been purchasing a large amount of antifreeze, then at least maybe we'll have a bit of evidence to go by. And you'll turn that into the authorities? Because I mean, they'll have to get involved at one point, right? Eventually. But that's for me to worry about. I just need a more clear indicator pointing towards him, and I'll be all set. It's just frustrating, knowing the proof I'm looking for is so close and yet so out of reach. Hey, this is gonna sound really weird, but I have an idea that might help, actually. Really? Yeah. It's like maybe... Okay, so, if you can... I want you to collect a list of everyone you think might have been killed by the butcher, and bring it to the cemetery tomorrow. I don't know if it'll work, but if it helps even a little, it's worth a shot, I think. Mary, what the ever-loving fuck are you talking about? It's hard to explain, but trust me, I think I can make it work. Whatever you're planning sounds stupid, but fine. I'll be there tomorrow morning, but I have a meeting in the afternoon, so it better be quick. And it better be helpful. If everything goes how I'm hoping it will, then it should be. You can't see it, but I'm sighing. Very well. See you tomorrow. Yes, you too. She's gonna sleep in the cemetery to meet the ghosts. If this ghost thing is real, then I should be able to talk to one of them too, right? Ed's dream proved stuff in the real world for me, so maybe that'll be the same here. And since they were there, they can tell me exactly what happened. That that prove it, right? I hope. Twyla met me by the cemetery like we agreed. She was tapping her foot impatiently in front of the gate. Took you long enough to get here? My bus runs on a schedule, I'm sorry. She had the list in hand like we agreed. Walking into the cemetery, we looked for the people that were on her list. People who died shortly around the time rumors of the killer came to be. After a bit of walking, we actually managed to find two of the people on the list, right next to each other. Alright, so we found them. Now what? Are you going to tell me what your idea was already? Oh, right. So, remember when you saw me and Reginald in the cemetery together? Yeah. Well, that's because he found me asleep on one of the graves. Wow, just when I thought you couldn't try any harder to be goth. Huh? Continue. Oh, so when I was asleep, that's when I talked to Ed. That's how I knew about the antifreeze, remember? So maybe if I sleep on their graves, like I did Ed, maybe I'll talk to them too and they can tell me what happened. Oh, for the love of... Come on, at least let me try it. Even if it's just a weird premonition or something. Maybe it'll offer us some insight. You dragged me out here. For this. I'm trying to take this seriously, Mary. I don't have time for stupid fucking shit like this. I am being serious. But please, at least give me a chance. Fine. You have 30 minutes. So choose one of them. I'm waking up when it's over. Okay, I can do that. Twilight wants me to choose one person to talk to. I guess I could always talk to the other when she's gone, but I need the person I choose to be enough to convince her that I'm not just playing around. There's a boy and a girl here. I don't actually know their circumstances or their deaths, so I guess I'll just go with my gut instinct. My gut instinct is girl. I laid atop the grave and gently shut my eyes. It felt weird to be doing it purposely this time, but I was prepared and I made sure I woke up extra early today, so that I'd be able to fall asleep with no problem. It happened. Just like the last time, I woke up in an unfamiliar place. But getting a closer look, this place seemed more familiar than I thought. I recognized this place. I looked up to the building before me. Its flowy awning didn't wave in the wind like it usually does, but the glass door was propped open, as if inviting me in. I guess this was my destination. I cautiously took a step inside. This restaurant was completely empty, and things seemed to be covered in a fine layer of dust. I heard about this place being closed temporarily, but the way it looked now made it look as if it had been abandoned for years. Ah, there's a girl here. She didn't seem to acknowledge me when I came in, but she was the only other person here. I approached her. Oh, miss, you have something on your dress. Are you okay, miss? As I got closer to the girl, I noticed her playing with her hair, and as she moved it away from her face, I could see the horrible rash that covered her. The dizzy way she was standing made it seem like she was so exhausted. What happened to her? Who's there? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have made myself more known. You're Merlet, right? Merlet Colette? Did I scare you? Not at all. I could sense you coming. You smell like pretty flowers and old friends. Oh, thank you? Though I can't say I know you. I don't think that's quite true. Well, anyways, um, I'm really sorry. I don't have a lot of time here. Could I ask you some question about how you got here? Well, it's been a while since I've been here. What does that mean? I only got here when you did. Haven't been to this place since that awful date. You had a bad date here? Well, my date was nice. My meal? Not so much. I have an allergy, so... so... That's how that's... I don't know how to say this, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to say this without being rude, but you got that rash on your face? Mm-hmm. I always break out like this when I have nuts. I guess they accidentally put some in my food. I see. I'm really sorry. It's strange, though. What I ordered was never supposed to come with nuts of any kind. And I used my EpiPen too. So I just don't know what went wrong. I thought I'd wake up in a hospital. But turns out it's not at all, I guess. I'm very sorry. Was there anything else strange? How so? Did you see anybody, maybe? Suspicious? Not that I can think. But now that you mention it... Oh, there was another unusual flavor. It was really bitter. I tried to wash it down with some of my wine, but it didn't help at all. It was even like the more I drank, the more I tasted that awful flavor. Guess it didn't mix well with alcohol. But I stomached it anyways. I figured it was just a vegetable I wasn't used to. Then it felt like it was burning, but maybe that was just the nuts. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me. Can I maybe look at your food before I go to see what was in it? Sure, if you'd like. Not like I'll be eating it anymore. I bent down and inspected the food that had been scattered across the floor. Just looked like some salads to me. Tossing over them, I noticed what could have been nuts, but I'm honestly not sure. I also looked over to her spilled wine glass. Did I dare taste it? It was kind of gross, already being on the floor and all, and I don't even like alcohol. But it burned. I guess this time's up. I was awoken by Twila, who roughly shook me awake. She was clearly running low on patience. Well, did you find out anything? Or did you just waste my time? Huh? Sorry, I'm still a little drowsy. Well, snap out of it. Tell me what you learned. Um, uh, there was a girl there. At the restaurant. The one that's been closed for a little while. She had an allergic reaction to her food. Is that all? No, it wasn't just that. There was something in her food too. I thought it was just red wine, but it burned as soon as I put it in my mouth. Do you, do you think that's... Oh, definitely. I knew for a fact it was. You did? I recently heard from an inside source that they found traces of something else in the girl's food after claiming she died of allergy. Really? I heard there was some incident there, but I never heard that. Of course you didn't, because they don't want you to know. Who doesn't? I have to get going, Mary. But I have to say, I don't know how you did it, but this ability of yours seems like it'll be useful to me. I'll, be- I'll get back to you on this later. Alright. Twyla left to go to her meeting, leaving me stranded here. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for the rest of the day, but I'm glad I was finally able to be of use somehow. I actually felt pretty good leaving the cemetery. That is, until I walked out the gates and saw him there, waiting for me. Ooh, emo boy. Crowveen? Crowveen? I'll just call him Crowveen. Crowveen? I didn't know you were coming here today. Mary, what the fuck was that? Huh? Who are you talking to in there? Oh, that's Twyla. She's my friend, I think. I know who Twyla is. Oh, really? I didn't know you knew her. You two don't really seem like the type to hang out together, but this is who you've been hanging out with so much? Huh? Uh, yeah, why? Twyla is a fucking madman. Stay away from her. Huh? I don't want to get into it, but that girl is the reason that the fucking devil hides in hell. Don't hang out with her anymore. I mean, we're not really hanging out. We're actually trying to find about... I don't give a shit what you're doing. I want you to stay the fuck away from her. Wait, can you please listen to... Well, you're clearly not listening to me. Aren't we supposed to be friends? Haven't we always known each other? And yet you don't want to trust me on this? I know her better than you, Mars. So stay the fuck away from her. Or stay the fuck away from me. Wow. Crowven angrily stormed off after that. I felt so conflicted. Decisions, what are we gonna do? Crowven never used to get mad at me like that. I know Crowven doesn't like her for whatever reason, but I know Twyla isn't a bad person. She may do some devious things, but I know she's doing them for good reasons. She has to care about people, putting her life on the line to try and spot a potential killer. She may not be the nicest in personality, but she's good in heart. Right? What if she's the killer? What if she's the killer? Think about it. Think about it. Because first when Ed died, she went in before us into the corridors and stuff, so she could have left the trail. And when we told her that we dreamt, when we told her it was antifreeze, she went like, oh yes, it was antifreeze. And after we told her what we saw, she was like, oh yeah, I knew that too. Maybe she's lying and she's the killer. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. The rest of my day after that was uninteresting. But Calvin didn't talk to me the rest of the night when I got home. Maybe that was for the best. Besides, I could always rely on someone else to talk to me at night. And then he stumped away. I see. I'm sorry you were faced with that. It's whatever, I guess. He's always in a bad mood lately, so I try not to take it too personally. Do not. I don't. I'm just wondering, but if you were in my shoes, do you think I should trust him on it? I can't answer that for you. They're your friends, not mine. How do you feel towards them? I think has Crowden really been nice to us since the start of the game? I don't think so. So naturally, I mean, Twilight hasn't been really nice either, but I still want to believe that Twilight knows something and that we're gonna discover the killer. Well, the girl I'm friends with, I'll admit that I don't think she's that nice. She doesn't even seem to try to be, but the stuff she does is for a good cause. And she tries very hard to make everything okay for everyone. Even if my male friend doesn't like her, that doesn't mean that I have to see the worst in her. And I'm sure, in the end, she thinks of me as a friend too. Ooh, I'm not so sure about that. Even if she doesn't express it the best, I think that's very mature of you. I hope everything works out between you and your friends. Huh. Thanks, I think. Good night, Mary. I had pretty decent sleep, despite everything that was bugging me. Before I even got out of bed for the day, my phone started buzzing with text messages. It was Twyla. Mary, are you there? I need you for something. If I'm thinking correctly, you'd be able to help me with this very well. I'm not sure what I should do. I want to help Twyla, but Crowven was really mad yesterday to see me with her. I need to drink. Better. If I don't help, she might be missing out on evidence because of me. But if I go with her and Crowden finds us together again, it could result in him feeling even worse. I don't want him to be upset with me again. Well, I don't care about how he feels. But I don't want Twyla to get upset with me either. What should I do? I don't care about our cousin. I decided to respond to Twyla, telling her I could make it. Good. I assume you're going to tell me to meet you by the cemetery again. So I'll see you there at 12. Don't be late. Not wanting to be late, but not wanting Crovin to possibly ask where I was going, I quietly got changed and slipped out the front door. I nervously waited for the bus, hoping I wouldn't see him until later tonight. I hopped off the bus and started to make my way towards the cemetery. I was really hungry. I probably should have picked up something back at the house, but I guess I was too scared of possibly running into Crowven there and having to explain where I was going in such a hurry. Twila met me at our designated time and place, and I asked where we would be going today. The hardware store. Again! The hardware store. Didn't we already check most of them? Yes, but someone I talked to actually provided me with some important information the other day. I've heard that our main suspect visits this specific one at least once every 2 weeks. So if that's true, it seems like today will be the day he shows up. So are we just going to wait here until he does? We might have to. But what if he doesn't? Are you doubting me? Well, no, but good, then let's go, before we miss him. I headed back down to the hardware store with her, though I wasn't sure what her plan was. Even if we do catch him buying something, is that really proof he's the culprit? We arrived at the hardware store. Except for the few employees here, it was pretty much empty. On Twyla's instruction, we waited for Reginald to stop in. But as long as we waited here, we didn't see him. We looked around the store several times, but still nothing. Though I lost Twyla a few times. So a part of me wondered if he was just trying to keep me busy. But that doesn't make sense. Because if she really wanted to sneak around, then she wouldn't have invited me in the first place. So why did she invite me? I was considering asking Twyla if we should leave. I had Reginald's phone number. I had considered asking Twyla if I should text him, but that would be suspicious if I did, wouldn't it? Hey, are you going to the hardware store today? Why? Oh, no reason. How did I know? I didn't. Yeah, that would probably be way too suspicious. And I wouldn't want to ruin Twyla's plan or anything. Whatever it may be. We sat near the front of the store, waiting for anybody to stop in. We were quiet, as Twyla was busy texting somebody. I don't know who, but I guess it was important as she responded to them for a long time. And she kinda ignored me as she continued to text them. The sound of her fingers against the screen was rapid, so it had to be important somehow. So I just let her text, trying to think of something we could do until he got there. If he even got there. I considered getting up and making another round around the hardware store when... Uh-oh. Huh? Out from one of the aisles, Reginald walked by, pushing a car in front of him. But how... when? We never saw him enter the store or saw him the entire time we were walking around. Could he have been here and we just missed him? But his cart had more than a few items in it, so... he had to have been here at least a while looking for it all, right? However it happened, we finally managed to spot him. And he spotted us as well. He gave us a smile and a wave as he walked past us to the checkout counter. He raised a finger to us and gestured as if to say, "Just a minute," as all his stuff got packed into plastic bags. I turned to Twyla to gauge her reaction, but I couldn't read anything past her usual poker face. She was just staring intently at him, as if analyzing him. I wish I knew what she was thinking. Then she began to walk away from me. I didn't know to say why and almost followed her, until I noticed Reginald walking towards me, wearing a smile on his face and bags in his hands. Look at her. She looks stupid. Hello, Mary. I didn't expect to see someone like you here. Out again with Twyla today. Uh, oh, yeah. We were just here, buying new tools for the birdhouse. Yes, of course. Buying new tools. Hammers, nails, wrenches, all that sort of stuff. Really? What for? Oh, just some general repairs around the house. No, birdhouse. We said birdhouse. And like adding new shelves and stuff. Twice said she would help me with them, so I came today to go pick up some stuff up to Bib. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Silly person of the VTuber variety. I am a silly person of the VTuber variety. I think you. I am. I am. The holy ghost voice is telling you that I am very silly. It is the great ghost spirit that tells you that. There is much silliness here. Ah, how do you mean? You have my phone number, right? If you need something fixed, just call me up. I have a full toolbox, and I'm very experienced in fixing things together. Oh yeah, he sells coffins. I won't even charge you for it. Oh, don't be silly. Of course I would pay you if you did that stuff for me. No, really. It would be my pleasure. Thank you, then. I'll keep it in mind. So, what brings you here today? Me? Oh, nothing important. Just picking up some stuff I need for the apartment, that's all. Even with how much rent I pay, I still have to take care of everything myself. Ah, sorry. That sounds troublesome. What are my thoughts on cats? I own a cat and I love him very much. So I very much like cats. I pet every single cat that I see on the street. Every single one. I could be late running for my bus, I would stop to pet a cat. I really like cats. Yes, I do. I have a kitty cat and he's the cutest ever. He is the absolute cutest. Yes, absolutely. I show off my cat to everyone. He is the bestest. The bestest, awesomest, fluffiest, cutest, meowingest kitty ever. The best one, and he's mine. He's my baby. I very much like my baby. I very much like my baby. He is adorable. Did I ever tell you that I like my little kitty? Because I'm telling you right now, I really like him. He's my little fluffy baby. And I love him, and he's so perfect and fluffy and cute. I love my cat. I love my cat. I love my cat. Absolutely. Ah, sorry, that sounds troublesome. Wait, what were we talking about? We were talking about apartments. Apartments? Oh, and she's still here. Ugly little woman. Why are you apologizing? It isn't your fault. Well, yes, but still. Well, I ought to be going now, I suppose. But no, you haven't told me what you bought. How are you? I am going well. I am going well because I love my cats and I'm in front of my computer playing games. So I can only be doing well. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you doing good? Are you doing bad? Are you doing meow? I hope you're doing meow. My errands aren't going to take care of themselves. What errands? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But say, next time you need to come here, reach out to me, won't you? I'd love to tag along, and I think I'd be able to help you a bit too. I'll remember that. After that, Reginald left out the door, waving goodbye. Philo walked back over to me, after having been watching from the sidelines the whole time. Ooh, she is not happy. You're working on big project. Ooh, nice. May as be as intrusive and curious as in asking what the big project may be. Or is that too presumptuous of my person? I like projects. I think they're cool. I have projects and I like them. So if you have projects, I hope you like them too. I am stupid. I am Mr. Stupid. Um, why? What was the point of that? You didn't even talk to him and he walked right out the door. Yeah, but did you see what he bought just now? Well, no. Oh, no, should I have? Well, you should have looked. Within his purchases, I saw him buy antifreeze. Not with the kind of gallon we were looking for, but he did buy it. On top of that, he's bought rat poison, insecticides, and well, well, isn't that suspicious? Rat poison, antifreeze, insecticide, rope, my good sir? My good sir, I think you are a murderer. Wait, no, we didn't. Maybe she's setting us, she's setting us up. Because we didn't look, she's setting us up. She is. Because he could have just been out buying stuff for his coffins. And maybe your cousin was right. Maybe we're the fool, trusting her. She's suspicious. She's really suspicious. It is something that involves or will involve VTubers. Oh, how cool. That is very cool. I approve. I approve projects involving VTubers because I think VTubers are cool. I think they're cool. Well, that stuff doesn't inherently mean he's using it for anything bad, but still, that is suspicious. Did he even really buy that? Am I going crazy? I cannot trust anyone anymore. I'm getting paranoid. Are you going to report that though? No. You're right to pursue him. You're going to pursue me? I'm going to pursue him? Before he gets far enough, I want you to go out here and ask to help him. No? I. What? Isn't he our main suspect? Don't you think he's dangerous? And you want me to go with him? For whatever bizarre reason, he seems to have a liking to you, right? So you can probably get a lot out of him. But if the person that kidnapped our parents is the murderer, do we even know if they're really the murderer? But, but, if they're not, if it is, then he told us he didn't go in the hardwares at any hardware stores in a long time, or like any time. So, did he lie to us, or is she the suspect? Because wait, I am, I am confused. So you can probably get a lot out of him. Twila, I don't know about this. Why not? You're the one who said he's not inherently doing bad things anyways, right? So you should have no reason to be scared. Okay. Besides, I have to take care of something else anyways. But I'll have my phone on me the whole time. I don't like how she's always got something to do. I find that very suspicious. So hurry, go out there and catch up to him. And text me any updates. If things start going really bad, you can just call for help. Well, I hope I won't have to call for help. I mean... Huh. I should have known. Known what? That you'd rather chicken out than let more people... Oh my god! Should I even be surprised, though? Of course you'd want that to happen. They fill up those precious cemeteries you love so much. Maybe that's why you keep hindering my progress. To add to your sick... I ran out the door as fast as I could. Even though I didn't say anything, I think Taylor could tell I was going after Reginald like she wanted me to. To my surprise, he actually wasn't that far down the street. I was surprised to see him on the street at all, actually. I guess he was taking the bus like I do, or maybe his car was just parked far. Whatever the reason, it worked out well for me as I was able to skip up to him pretty quickly. Reginald, wait a moment. Wait a moment! Wait a moment! I apologize to ears. I apologize to ears all over the world, however they may be, whoever they might belong to. I am sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. It's an ambitious thing. Like it's a VTuber group thing, kind of like a VTuber agency. Wait, that actually sounds so sick. I've always like really admired like VTuber group agencies and stuff like that. That legit, that legit is so cool. Cause I've always found like so cool, and I wanted to do like that kind of thing myself, but I'm just really bad at socializing. So I just kind of stay alone in my corner, just spinning around. But that is actually so cool. I'm so hyped up for you. I am so hyped up for you. I am jumping around, skipping around, and cheering. I hope you will make it. You will make it because I say so. You have my blessing, the blessing of the ghost. But that is really actually really sick, and I. Oh, you don't have any VTubers in the group at the moment. Well, you, I believe you. If you work hard enough, you will have some. So work, work, work. Achieve your dreams and projects. Achieve your dreams and projects. Oh no, oh, there I go. There I go again. I need something to drink because I'm going to die otherwise. There we go. I have poured the drink. Ew. Yes, I am a silly person of the VTuber variety, 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 variety. Yes, I am a VTuber silly variety. Ugh. Ooh, ooh, I am drinking Monster from a can that has been open for a week. It is something. I don't know if it's good or not. I mean, oh, it just doesn't have any more bubbles. That's why it tastes weird. I'm not gonna get sick from this, am I? No. No, it's okay. It's just sugar and chemicals. You can't get sick from sugar and chemicals, can you? Can you? Can you? I'm also the first person aside from a friend that I'm working. Wait, I need to learn how to read. From a friend I'm working with on projects that knows about it. That is, I am. How do I describe my feelings and emotions? I am jumping around in a little circle giggling. That is my emotional state, and I found that really cool. I feel privileged. I feel privileged. I'm gonna know you when you're famous. I shouldn't drink. I shouldn't eat so much sugar. It's getting to my head. It's getting to my head, but I have sugar everywhere. My brain is frying. My brain is fried. My brain is fried. Focus. But anyways, if you have like a Twitter or Instagram or TikTok account, you should totally give it to me so that I can stalk you. Very, very, very in a friendly way. Because being bad is not good. So being good is better. Reginald, wait a moment. Ah, I'm sorry. Is everything alright? Oh, well, you see, back there, Twyla mentioned to me you were, buying rat poison? Oh, yes. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but my apartment has been having a bit of a rat problem lately. My landlady wouldn't do anything about it, so it's up to me, I suppose. She doesn't even answer her door anymore. Can you believe it? She's dead. She's dead. She's rotting because you killed her. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not stressing. I could be the first VTuber in the group. Oh, that is. And your Twitter is mine the cat to the cat. Mine to the cat. I am. Hmm. That is. That is a really nice offer. But I don't think I am that qualified to be a VTuber. I don't think I'm that V qualified, if I may say. So I am not. I don't think I'm V qualified. But I will find you on Twitter. I will stalk you on Twitter. Just know that. You came here. You're asking for it. She doesn't even answer her door anymore. Can you believe that? So I guess I had to take care of it before my neighbors start having rodent problems too. Well, I don't think you should kill them. They probably just didn't have anywhere to go. It's not fair to them. Well, if you're having rats problem, you're just not gonna let the rats take over your apartment. I'm sorry, but I really don't think there's much I can do at this point. Well, I'm actually pretty good with animals. You're gonna chase the rats away. Especially small ones. Is that so? Yeah, so maybe I can come over. And I'll try to help you with them, so you won't have to kill them. I don't know. I appreciate your concern, but are you sure that's something you want to do? Yes, absolutely. Well, alright, if it means that much to you. When would you like to come over? Oh, I was thinking like right now? Oh, that's so last minute. You're not even giving me time to straighten things out. I can't possibly have you over right now. I just die of embarrassment. Or you might die of fright. Please? The problem will be over sooner if you let me come now. Well, alright. You drive a hard bargain. My car is just around this corner, and the drive shouldn't be too long. Don't get into stranger's car. Don't get into stranger's car. Don't get into stranger's car. That is a bad thing to do because you will get kidnapped and murdered, and then the police will find your body in a suitcase dismembered in the woods. Don't do that. Don't do that. You think I am qualified? What? Okay, I'm gonna read the qualifications. 1, be silly. 2, look bad at step 1. Well, I mean, I am silly. It is true if I admit it myself. I am quite the silly person. The quite silly person. But I will find you on Twitter, and I will think about it. I will use my big brain to think about it because me stupid. Oh, good. Don't get into its car. Hopefully I can help, at least a little bit. I mean, my problem is she got into Twyla's car like, oh yeah, creepy mean lady, let's get into her car like with this. Oh, oh. Like Reginald said, we got to his car around the corner. Once I buckled inside, I messaged Twyla. I'm in his car. We're heading to his apartment. Perfect. Make sure to snoop around while you're there. Nice. I don't know, I said I was going to help with a rat problem. So, even more of an excuse to be snooping around. You have to look for a rat, right? I guess so. Text me when you get there. Make sure to talk to him on the ride over. If you spend all your time texting me, he may think you're up to something. Right. I put my phone down and took a deep breath. Everything about this felt uncomfortable. Going to Reginald just to spy through his things? That's not right. But if he really is dangerous, maybe that makes it okay. But if he isn't, then and if he is dangerous, then I have to be extra careful. I don't know what he could do. I mean, I don't know him that well. And here I am, heading to his house. I'll just be on my toes. So, have you worked with rodents before? Kinda. Where do we have experience with small animals? I don't remember. Kinda. We'll say kinda. Oh, kinda. I know a lot of people are scared by them, but they don't bother me any. Reginald and I spoke as he drove. I actually had a pet tarantula when I was younger. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's an unconventional pet, I guess. I mean, spider is an unconventional, unconventional kitty cat to have. Na na na, first stage, na na na, VTubers, na na na, application, na na na, silly VTuber. Okay. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Also, we are at 20 follows. That is a 2 and a 0. And it's important because there's a 0 in it. But thank you. I will find you, and I will watch you. I will watch you. It's an unconventional pet, I guess. Fascinating. I've never been much of an animal person myself, but who knows? Maybe that would change if I got a pet. Unfortunately, my apartment doesn't allow them. A shame, too. A cat. Kitty! A cat would be most handy in this situation. I suppose so. I guess I'll be your cat stand in? Seems so. How'd you plan to catch it, if I may ask? Oh, I'll get a feel for your apartment first, then I'll see the best method to go about it. You scared people ask projects. You may, you are you. I will take a deep breath, count to 3, and try again. 1, 2, 3. It is good that you try. You should always try because trying is better than doing nothing. And if you try, then you may get good or get nothing, but you would have gotten nothing if you did nothing. So you should try. That was my motivational talk. So yes, try, ask people, be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurialisms. Sounds reasonable to me. Eventually, we made it to Reginald's apartment building. Most of the apartment buildings within the city are kind of cramped. Reginald was not much different. Despite this, it didn't look half bad. The outside seemed pretty clean and there was a parking lot right next to the building. It was convenient that he did not have to park on the street. Pulling up to it, it was also a lot bigger than I had anticipated. Wow, this place is huge. Oh, please. It only looks big from the outside. It only looks nice from the outside, too. Still, this seems like a nice enough place to live. It works, I suppose. Though I think one day I'd like to have a house. I like my privacy and alone time. Really? But you're so open and friendly. You think so? I don't quite see things that way. Suspicious. Suspicious. We step inside Reginald's apartment, and already I could see what he meant when he said it looked nicer from the outside. It wasn't terribly dirty, but it definitely looked like there was some dust about. On top of that, it was incredibly plain, dull of anything except doors and an elevator and a stairwell. Not even a decorative plant? To top it all off, there was a faint smell in the air that was just not good. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it was definitely unpleasant. I'm on the top floor. Our elevator is broken. Nice. However, so I hope you don't mind taking the stairs. Nice. That's fine. I don't mind one bit. As we walked up the stairway, I texted Twyla to let her know I arrived, as well as his address. Just in case she needed that information later in case you get violently murdered, Mary. Reginald's apartment was on the 5th floor. It was a long walk up the stairs. And once you were at the top, it felt incredibly high up. I was looking out the windows in the narrow hallway as he fumbled with his keys to unlock the upper door, and behind the door you saw a dead body, and that's why it was not smelling good, Jeffrey Dahmer style. No, 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 Twitter! Question, Twitter! I will, thank you. Thank you, that is very, very nice of you. I will remember. It only occurred to me after the fact that I probably should have offered to hold his bags for him, but I was distracted. He got the door open, though, and then welcomed me inside. Nobody, okay, good. Well, here we are. I hope you'll forgive how messy things are right now. There is literally nothing. Messy? Reginald had nothing out except for his furniture. None of it seemed overly dusty or anything. Well, I suppose I... Just then, Reginald got a phone call. Ah, terribly sorry, but I believe I have to take this. I'll be just a moment, but please, do make yourself at home. Reginald excused himself into what seemed to be his bedroom. I took a quick glance at my surroundings to get a feel of things and where I should look for evidence, I guess. Reginald's apartment felt a bit smaller than what I had expected. He seemed very minimalist. I don't know how much he was allowed to change about his apartment, but even still. I don't know how much evidence I could find when it seemed like he hardly owned anything to begin with. I took out my phone to text Twyla. I hoped she would respond quickly before Reginald came back. I'm in his apartment now, but I'm not quite sure what to do. He left to take a phone call. I know I should look for evidence, but I don't know where to look. Well, fucking look somewhere and try at least instead of texting me. Even something small could be important. Okay, then, what about the picture? I mean, she is right. I've got to look somewhere. Drawers, cabinets, hallway, bedroom, bath, text toilet. This text toilet. What would I text toilet? Or do I wanna? 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 Do I wanna die? Do I wanna die? I don't know. Probably the drawers, I guess. I opened the drawer of the end table that was sitting behind the couch. There's nothing really in here except some keys and spare change. I closed the drawer. Okay. Hi. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Me scammer alert. Me scammer alert? Oh no, me scammer alert. What about kitchen cabinets? I walked into the kitchen area and quietly started opening some of the cabinets. I couldn't find much in here. The only thing that could have potentially struck me as suspicious is the bottle of drain cleaner. Well, people have drain cleaner. They're allowed to have drain cleaner. It's not the weird thing. But it was kept right under the sink. Well, I mean, probably to clean the drain or to drain the clean. I don't know. That's not weird. Okay, hallway. I peered out into the hallways using the peephole on the door. I don't know what I was looking for exactly. You're good. Nice for you. Nice for you. Yay. I don't know what I was looking for exactly. Faintly, I could hear the murmuring of people on the other side. It sounded like his neighbor was talking to someone in the hall. Ooh, okay, not bedroom because he is in the bedroom. So let's not go. What about bathroom? I opened the door to Reginald's bathroom. It was pretty tiny, cramped even for a one-bedroom apartment. I looked in some of the drawers. There was nothing that truly struck me as being suspicious here. I left the bathroom. Okay, what about the bedroom? Can I be really sneaky and like crawl on the floor? Crawl on the attention. I am seeing the emotes. I will attention you. I will attention you. Attention. Attention, 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 attention. Attention, 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 attention. There it is. I'm too hot. I need to blanket. Off blanket. Attention, 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 attention. There we go. I haven't attention the chat. Where's my mouse? My mouse is there. My mouse is there. Are we gonna crawl into the bedroom really sneakily? Or are we gonna text Twila and get killed? That is today's question. Bedroom? Twila. I was having difficulty seeing anything suspicious. I was about to text Twila and ask if she had any ideas of what I could do. But before I was able to text her, I was hit again with an unusual and unpleasant smell. Dead body decompensating. It was stronger this time. It was... He's gonna try and kill us! He's gonna try and kill us! Oh my god! I followed the scent to a door at the end of the hallway in the apartment. It led me to a room with an oddly placed wardrobe in it. The smell was coming from this. Twila, there's a wood smell in the apartments. I think it's from a wardrobe in here. Is it locked? I don't know. I haven't tried to open it yet. Yes, you dare. Yes, you dare open it. Girl, you dare. What if there really is something in there? What if there's a body in there? What would I do? Would I just pretend I didn't see it? Would I run out? Would would he know? Mary, are you okay? Have you opened it yet? No. Well, what are you waiting for? You don't want to get caught by him. Open the door. Twyla was right. I didn't want to get caught. And knowing what was in there was important, even if it wasn't something pretty. I reached a hand forward, but the wardrobe shook. There's someone in there, or maybe it's a rat. Maybe it's a rat. The wardrobe just shook. Really, open it. Open it. You better open it then. Again, she was right. I don't have a lot of time. And if it moved like open the door, something or someone had to be in there. I had to know, or else I'm just letting another person. Open the door! I reached my hand towards the handle. It wasn't locked. And inside, oh, that is adorable. It's a mommy rat with baby rats. That is so cute. That is so cute. It was a nest of rats, just like Reginald said he had been having a problem with. It looked as though the mama had become a mama not too long ago. Oh, baby rat, you. I guess I explained the smell and the shaking. I I felt bad having doubted him now. Oh, yeah, but that is a mean. That is a mean rat. Mean rat. Mean rat. I will consider posting pictures of my kitty because he is in fact very cute, and I think the world should benefit from seeing my kitty. Because he is awesome. Did I ever tell you how much my kitty is perfect and awesome and fluffy and cute? I have, but I will tell it again. It seemed as if I woke up the rats. The moment the mom looked like it was going to attack me. But Reginald was here and he held the door shut just then. Ooh, no, he's not happy. Reginald, I'm so sorry. I can't explain. I was looking for the... No, it's quite alright. You went looking for the rat by yourself, right? Of course. But it was irresponsible of me to let you do that on your own. If that rat's infected with something and bit you, then... Oh, I would just feel so awful. Hey, it's okay. I'm fine. See? I shouldn't have been looking through your stuff like that. That was really awful of me. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm the one who's sorry letting you come over when my apartment is in such a state. There is nothing in your apartment. Once again, dude. I'm sorry, but it's probably better if you leave now. Ooh, wow. That's understandable. I'm very sorry. I apologized to Reginald a few more times before I left for good, but he assured me each time that he was the sorry one. He looked really embarrassed. I felt so bad. He asked if I wanted to ride home, but I told him that it was okay. I'd just take the bus. He was also kind enough to reassure me that he would look for a rat specialist or something to pick them up rather than use the poison, because he knew how much it bothered me. He was sweet. As I hopped on the bus home, I checked my phone. Mary? Are you okay? Did you find anything? Sorry I didn't respond earlier. I opened the wardrobe, but there were just some rats in there after all. Damn it, that doesn't help our case at all. Actually, there was something a bit unusual I spotted while I was there. What was it? You said that he bought rope earlier, right? Yeah, why? Well, when I opened the closet, there was already rope. I noticed that there was some already in there. Is that so? What do you think he needs it for? Toilet? Ooh. Hey, are you there? It's late. I wasn't sure we were still going to message tonight. I just had a busy day. Understandable. As did I. For some reason, I have a feeling our days are busy in different ways. That's probably true. You must be tired then, after such a busy day. I guess so. Well, I won't keep you up longer than I have to. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Hoping to see you soon. Good night, Mary. Well, he's very talkative. Good night. Thank you. Why did it give us a choice? That sounds like such a specific little thing to ask a choice on. It's been a few days. I haven't heard a lot from Twila, but I guess that's expected. Cool shirts! I want to look at the cool shirts! I want cool shirts! People, normal people scares bees. Enlightenment and ooh. Ooh. She doesn't really update me on our situation. But I guess that's alright. She seems to have everything under control, I guess. She only really calls me up when she needs me for things. Other times we just happen to run into each other. But I'm okay with that. Really, I am. This is a really big thing after all, and it is kind of her thing more than it is mine. Like, I'm kind of just a sidekick in all this. I know it's really important, not just to her, so I try not to add more stress on her shoulders. Even if I know I get on her nerves sometimes. I wish these weren't so expensive. I mean, I know I'm not poor, but with these prices, I will be. Was that my phone? It is. Tururum, 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 tururum. It's a text from Twila. Does she need me for something? It's a good thing I'm already out, if that's the case. Hey, Mary. You there? Thanks for your help a few days ago. It actually helped me. Wow, she's being nice. Wow, screenshot, clip this, guys. Clip this. I'm very appreciative. You did a terrific job. You really think so? I'm so happy to hear that. Even if I don't see how I really helped that much. I have a question for you, although it's kind of last minute. Hmm? You want to come over for dinner tonight? What is she? She's going to poison us. She's going to poison us for the dinner. Whoa, really? I mean, sure, I guess so, but why'd you ask? It is kind of sudden after all. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a family dinner thing. I wasn't going to invite you. But then my uncle suggested I do so. The weird uncle who likes little girls. Yeah, of course. Since you've been helping me out so much, he thought it would be the polite thing to do. And he's right. That's why I'm inviting you now. You don't have to say yes, but again, it was just a polite thing to do. Well, yeah, I can come. It sounds really nice. Thanks for inviting me. So you're coming then? Alright, I can have my driver pick you up. Send me your address and I'll forward it to him. You can expect him around 6ish. Oh, that won't be necessary. I'm just gonna be at the cemetery again. Really? Yeah, it's just easiest. Whatever. Just make sure you're ready. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. When the time came to be, I was waiting at the cemetery like I said I would be. I recognized the car and license plate from the last time we drove together and got in. The chauffeur was the same too. He didn't say a word to me, but I didn't say a word to him. It was a very quiet drive as we made our way to Twyla's house. Upon arriving there, it had already turned dark. I noticed that the fountain in front of her house had been lit up. It cast a very pleasant, elegant glow all around. I also noticed there was quite a few cars in her driveway. Parking area? Parking area? I don't know how to describe it. It was large and made of bricks, and there were lots of cars there. That made me kind of nervous. I know she said it was a family dinner, but this seemed like a lot of people. Would I really be okay being there? It already seemed like I didn't belong. I got out of the car and it drove off as soon as I closed the door behind me. I guess I had no option to turn back now. I climbed up the stairs and, upon making it to the top, rang the doorbell. Ding dong! Without even being inside, I could hear all the commotion going on within. Without even hearing her come to the door, she opened it suddenly. And quite honestly, I didn't expect to see her dressed like that. Wow. Wow. Oh, whoa. You made it after all. I was beginning to think you canceled on me. Was there a lot of traffic? Or was my driver late getting you? I, no, but you dressed a lot more fancy than I anticipated. Here, come inside. I don't want to let bugs in by keeping the door open. As I stepped inside, there were so many people, all talking and chatting. Some had glasses of whatever alcohol it was. Some had little plates with them. But all of them were dressed extremely formally. Like party formal. The type of stuff you wear to weddings or extravagant sweet sixteens. Twyla, this is so embarrassing. Hmm? You didn't tell me people were good. You didn't tell me people were gonna be dressed like this. Or that there was going to be so many of them. I feel so embarrassed. Why didn't you tell me? I would have at least dressed up more. Oh, don't be dramatic, you're fine. You dress semi-formal just time. Anyways, I have to go make sure dinner is running smoothly, but you can do whatever you want until then. Just as long as you're not snooping through my things or anything. Wait, I can just stay with you? You're the only person I know here, Twy. No offense, but you'll just get in my way. Okay, none taken, I guess. You'll be fine though. See you during dinner. Are we just gonna stand awkwardly at the party in a corner like we do in real life, or is that how it's gonna be? Twyla left shortly after that, leaving me to wonder why I had agreed to come to this in the first place. When she said family dinner, I guess I imagined something much different. Quaint event with some extended family and a nice meal. This this was definitely some sort of party she was throwing. I don't know how many of these people were actually family, but I think it was more than obvious that I wasn't. What made me want to become a VTuber? Okay, okay, we are settling in for story time. Story time. I am me. I am depressed. I know no wanna be here anymore. I learn about Hatsune Miku and VTubers. and I start watching VTubers. And at that time, I really lonely and I have no good friends. So I watch VTubers most of the time and I feel not alone and I feel love shared for me and and it motivates me to keep on going, and so I am here today and I want to help people who need a little help to feel better or to just escape or to give them even the slightest reason to keep on going, making them laugh and show them that there is hope. There is hope, there is fun, there is love, and I will help you find it. Or at least I will die trying. That is my motivation. Just bringing joy to other people by doing something that I like. Ta-da! End of story time. Now monster time. Ah, ah, yum yum. I felt like everyone was staring at me. It brought back bad memories of mine. I tried to find some place where I could sit and not bother anyone until dinner. The bathroom. Go lock yourself in the bathroom and cry because no one likes you. You little. Ow. Yeah, be tubers for a while. You're. Yes, that is so cool. I am. Yes, I am running around in little circles for you. If you need help with anything, there are lots of resources online, and there's even this this silly little ghost right here. Hi, it's me. I'm the silly little ghost. I can help people. I can help people. And that was the silly ghost intermission. Now I will go back at my place. Right, right, wait. Wait, I'm sitting back. There, there. I am back at my original designated places. Please, there we go. Crack the knuckles. Ah, they're not making sound. Too bad. I'm covering up. Wait. I will tiny myself. Wait, wait. Let me work that out. Where can I be? Because chat is here, so I can just be here, but then you only see you. Oh no, you don't see me anymore. Oh, I'm drowning. I'm drowning. Oh, I'm dead. I'm alive. And I'm dead again. Wait. Oh no, I disappeared. I just. And I'm back again. You could not accept me. You cannot accept my defeat, so I am back. No, what is that? What am I moving? Oh, now me? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna be there so that there I have become a chat. Wait, maybe if I make myself tinier. Wait, I will tinier and to the side so that I cover less chat and you still see me, my beautiful face. My beautiful face. Brain not okay. I'm here. I will use my brain later to fix chat problem. But it's okay. It is okay to be stupid. I tried to find some place where I could sit and not bother anyone until dinner was ready. Eventually, I found the couch in her living room was surprisingly empty and took a seat. I tried to look as normal and small as possible. I already didn't feel welcome here. I didn't want to take up more room than necessary. I tried to stay on my phone for the most part, but it felt rude to be doing so British, even though I wasn't talking to anybody anyways. It just felt inconsiderate to be on my phone. Putting it down didn't really help how I felt though. Although I didn't join into any conversation, I did hear one that caught my attention. Don't give me that look, you know this place. The bookstore on 4th, run by the old guy. Oh, that one. Bookstore on 4th? That was the bookstore Twyla and I went to. What happened with that all anyways? I read the newspaper about it. Newspaper? You didn't just watch it on TV? Nah, I prefer to sit and read with some coffee, like an old man. Anyways, like I was saying, they confirmed his death. No! No! Really? Wasn't he brought to the hospital? Hell if I know, the article didn't say. All it says was that he was found with multiple stab wounds bleeding out on the floor of his own store. Okay. 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 I don't even think they found him until morning, but they estimated he died around closing times. I didn't hear about a hospital, but it seems he's dead now regardless. I felt heartbroken. That was the bookstore owner trying made me distract. I didn't even hear of his death. How long ago was it? Did I miss it? Did they have a funeral already? He he was so nice to me though. But his store was so empty. Was he all alone in the end? Is this my fault? Does death follow me now? Who's going to be the next to die? Deep in my own thoughts, I almost tuned out of their conversation. But when I heard another thing that made me snap back to it. Is he even fucking here at all? I haven't seen him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't. Not like he does anything anymore anyways. Denzin was always pathetic. Maybe now he's finally realizing that. Denzin? That was Twyla's uncle, right? You sure you want to be saying that so loud? What if he is here and hears you? Does it matter? Not like we'll get kicked out or anything. Huh, I guess that's true. I thought it was pretty cruel of them to be talking about him like that. I know I don't know him really, but I can't help but feel bad for him. They're talking so cruelly about him, and in his own house. I hope he wasn't here, and if he was, I hope he didn't hear anything. I can't, I can't imagine hearing someone talk about me like that in my own home. Well, actually, oh, is dinner ready? People around me started to leave into the next room. The thought of having to sit at a dinner table with them made me feel nervous. I thought about just staying in here instead, but in the end, I got up and followed them into the dining room. Upon entering, it felt very different from the rest of the house. Twyla's house was classy, but colorful, but this room was drenched in white. The only thing two offsets was the brown, long dinner table in the center. And what a long table it was! It felt like the kind you saw in movies. People began to sit. Hastily, I looked for Twyla. On one end of the table, I noticed that Tenzin was here after all, and he took a seat. I had hoped those talking bad about him weren't near. On the other end, I caught sight of Twyla beginning to pull her chair out. She saw me. I think she must have sensed how nervous I was, because she gestured me over to her. Oh, thank goodness. I made my way over to her as quickly, but also as politely as I could. I was planning on taking the seat next to her, but another man got there before I did and sat down. So I just took the one next to him. It was still in talking distance of Twyla, so I was okay with it. People began to talk, as well people do, and I started to tune out of their conversations again. That is, until I was brought into the conversation. She's a bit freaky looking, ain't she? Well, hello to you too, sir. You get used to it. Oh, who? Me? Yeah, look at me a sec. I can't look in those eyes too long. It'll freak me out. Oh, yeah, I would get that a lot. You ever thought about auditioning for a horror movie? I bet they'd do something great with a face like that. She would fit in well to one. After all, she can talk to ghosts. Ooh, is that so? Oh, yeah, kinda. I've only done it a few times, but yeah, really. Show me then. Oh, I can't. You should show him. I think it would be a neat party trick. I would, but it only really works when I'm sleeping. It seems like... Oh, sure it does. Come on, Mary, show them what you can do. By this point, the people sitting across from us seemed pretty interested too. I don't know, I mean, come on, not even for me. Who are you? Who do you think you are? Huh, 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 huh. There. The poor man with a late mother. You wouldn't even give him the chance to speak with her again? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I've seen you do it before. Surely if you push yourself a little harder, you can do it right now. I wasn't sure what to do. Everyone was looking at me. I didn't want to embarrass Twyla or myself. But if I pretended to do it, I'll just embarrass myself further. They'll just think I'm a fake. I don't know what to do. But I have to decide soon. No, don't make me decide. Ooh, we're gonna have to save for this one. Ah, poo. What are... Hmm. I think we should just refuse because they're annoying. I'm sorry, I really can't. There's a certain condition I need met, and this really isn't a place I can do it. Sure, sure. First it was that blue-haired guy, now it's this red-haired chick. Geez, why, you sure seem to attract a lot of useless people, don't ya? Perhaps I do. Is that why you're here sitting next to me, then? You got me there. The people who were looking at me before now turned back to their earlier conversations. But they gave me a bit of a snicker before they did so. I could tell they probably thought I was just some crazy girl or something. I wish I could have been a ghost myself right then. Dinner was delicious, but it was hard to enjoy it while I was trying to swallow my embarrassment at the same time. At least I didn't have to talk anymore during it. After what felt like forever, the party finally ended, and I asked Twyla if she could call her driver for me again. Or at the very least, where the closest bus stop was. I had hoped I hadn't missed my bus back home. Twyla did so, but as I was about to leave, she told me, "Don't embarrass me like that again." And she shut the door behind me. I felt like dying. At the very, very least, I was able to get home safe. I again. You were late again. Another busy day. Yeah, I went to a friend's for dinner. How did that go? It could have been better. I feel like I embarrassed myself. It's something that happens to all of us. To all of us. I wish I could eat dinner with my parents again. One day soon. They're safe, right? Not just alive, but they're fed and warm. I believe so. What's that mean? Don't concern yourself with it. Oh, this again. Just as long as I can see them safe again. The day is approaching. And I will see them. I will see you. I will see them. You will. Good night, Mary. It's been a few days since then. I think Twill has been doing well in the investigation. At the very least, when I message her about it, she tells me it's fine. Since Twyla hasn't really been the one initiating our conversation, I've been trying to. But it's usually only a few short messages, and the conversation. Wow, I forgot how to speak. But it's usually only a few short messages, and the conversations don't really go further than that. I'm sure she's just busy though, and I know that if she needs me, she'll call me. So I just wait until she needs me. But I've talked enough about that already. I had a nice day by myself, actually. Sometimes it's nice to just return to the cemetery for a normal day after so much chaos. I made sure I put at least one flower on every grave today, though I haven't talked to any of them. I had considered doing it, but like other like others tell me, it's probably not a good idea to fall asleep in public places, especially if there is a killer on the loose. So I decided I wouldn't do that today. But that's not what happened though. I truthfully didn't mean to fall asleep. I didn't. But when I sat back against the mausoleum we have, after being outside and on my feet all day, well, I was just so tired. I didn't even realize I fell asleep until I woke up to the sound of rain. I was surprised to not have had any strange dreams this time, but this was a big problem. Only the roof trim of the mausoleum was keeping me safe from the rain, and it was pouring, and worse even still, it was night. The only light I could see was from the street lamps at the outside of the cemetery. Oh dear, how could I have slept so long? Well, I couldn't stay hiding under here all night. I took a big breath and ran across the cemetery to the street. Luckily, the gate wasn't locked. Again, I was surprised but thankful, as it meant I would not have to find some other way out. Out. Once I was out on the sidewalk, I noticed the street lights were the only lights on. Everything else seemed closed. How late was it? I did want to pull out my phone out in the rain to check, but by any means I had most definitely missed the last bus back home. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I had to find shelter first. I ran through the rain, trying to find anything that was open. It wasn't long before I felt my shoes filling with water. I'd get a cold out here too long, and the rain showed no signs of letting up. But I knew there just had to be something, anything, open. And eventually, I made it somewhere. It was the movie theater. Thank goodness. I rushed myself inside and took a seat beside the posters, waiting to dry off and taking my phone out. So, what are we watching tonight? Imogen, Queen of the Galaxy. He looks cool. Non-specific holiday movie for Folie à deux. And it's a man with a book. Something I cannot read? If you're a customer, fuck you. Cashiers. And these guys. Okay, very, very interesting. Just as I had suspected, it was pretty late. And knowing the usual times of the cinema, I could tell it wasn't going to be open much longer. What do I do? Even though I wasn't sure how he could help me right now, I had to at least try calling up Crowven. Why isn't he picking up? Mary? Oh, you picked up. Thank goodness. I was starting to get worried. I, um, I'm having a bit of a problem right now. What is it? Well, you see, I kinda, fell asleep in the cemetery, and I only woke up a few minutes ago. And it's raining really bad right now, and I missed the bus, so I don't know. I was hoping maybe you could help me out somehow. No can do, Mary Moo. Didn't I tell you? Tell me what? Mary, I'm like, not even home right now. I'm not even close. Huh? Where are you then? I'm like, out of the fucking city right now, Mary. I had these plans with these friends. It doesn't matter. I swear I told you. Well, I don't remember. Look, bottom line is there's no way I can help from here. What am I supposed to do then? Fuck, Mary, I don't know. I hear his frustrated sigh through the phone. I couldn't see it, but I could tell he was pinching the bridge of his nose. Where are you right now? I'm at the movie theater, but I think it closes soon. Alright, well, do you have anyone else you could call up? Maybe stay with him tonight? I mean, I guess so. Awesome, great, sounds good then. Look, Morris, I really gotta go, okay? Call up one of your other friends. I'm sure one of them will come get you. Alright then, good. I hear the click of Crowven hanging up the phone. Ow, wow, wow. Call up one of my other friends. Well, there's only two of those. Who should I go with? Ah, hmm. Calling Twila. I don't think she would be very happy about it. Ah, I think I'll call the mystery number, just to see. I attempted calling the mystery number. No one picked up. But I did receive a text immediately after. Why did you call me? I don't know. I'm stuck. Stuck? Where? I missed my bus home and it's pouring outside. I'm supposed to call one of my friends, but I'm not sure who to go with. I feel bad waking either of them. I see. Can you choose for me? Unfortunately, I don't know your friends, so I can't. But I think you can make that decision on your own. I guess I'll have to. Good luck. We're calling Toilet, because we've stuck with Toilet since the start, so probably Toilet. I called up Toilet. I heard the phone ring a few times, and then she picked up. She sounded angry, although she didn't sound like she was asleep before I called her. Mary, what are you calling me for? Don't you know what time it is? Yeah, I know. That's kind of my problem. It's a long story, kinda, but I missed my bus home and I need a place to stay tonight. I was hoping maybe... Are you serious? Yeah. Ugh, fine. But you owe me. Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. I'm, in a movie theater. Let me guess. By the cemetery. Y yeah, how'd you know? I'll be there soon. Oh, okay. Thank you again. Twila came to pick me up herself this time. By that, I mean she was driving the car this time rather than have someone drive for her. She was fully dressed, but I couldn't tell if she changed out of pajamas just to pick me up. She seemed a bit annoyed picking me up, so I made sure to thank her again. The drive to her house was silent except for the rain. Luckily, there wasn't really anybody else on the road tonight, and we got to her house safely. Stepping inside the house, it felt a lot more calm, like the first time I visited. I definitely preferred this to the liveliness of the party a few days ago. Although I must admit, when there's hardly anyone here, it does feel empty. Twyla's home had less doors and more archways, and passing one, I noticed the TV on. Was her uncle in there? Is everyone up so late? I followed Twyla upstairs and to her bedroom. It was my first time seeing it. It was a bit different than what I had expected. A lot more clutter than I thought it would be, I guess. Not overly cluttered, but Twyla never really struck me as the type to collect clutter, but you learn something new every day. Well, here's my room. You'll be sleeping here with me, but I actually have to head back out. Really? In this weather? Why? It's a personal matter. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I see. Okay then. You can borrow some of my pajamas in the dresser and use the shower if you like, and eat from the kitchen, but again, I'm trusting you not to look through my things. Oh, yeah, of course. I'd never. Good. I'll be back soon. And then she left back downstairs again, leaving me here alone. I wasn't sure how long it'd be until she'd be back. I'd feel weird sleeping in her room without her here. What should I do? Mmm, take a shower. Maybe I shouldn't just yet. Oh, I don't want to take a shower until I'm ready to get changed. I feel weird walking around Twice out in her pajamas. Look at books then? Twice said not. Aw, good lord. Twyla said not to snoop through her things, but surely the stuff out in the open didn't count. She had a few books played out, so I decided to give them a book. A book a look. Hmm, it wasn't the reading material I was used to seeing Twyla with. Saint Grove investigating the town that disappeared overnight. A memoir by Detective Reynold Valera. And Love at First Death, a tragic true story. No. And it's signed. That is cute. Or even expecting to see in her room at all. But it's interesting too. Maybe she's trying to branch out and try new things. I wish I could be more like that. Maybe I'll try to branch out more too. What about I don't want to go in the living room because there's probably the uncle, so probably I'll go blah 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 kitchen. I decided to look in her kitchen. She said I was loud after all. I headed back downstairs and into the kitchen. It was dark, but I wasn't sure what the light switch was. It was twice dinner party prepared. Was twice dinner party prepared all in here? It seemed like a small kitchen compared to the amount of guests that were here for it. Was dinner really made here? Probably best not to question it. If I know anything, it's that Twyla works in mysterious ways. I wondered what she had in here, though. I've never really seen Twyla eat, aside from dinner party a few days ago. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I opened Twyla's refrigerator, and to my surprise, there wasn't much at all. Even with that giant party they had, there were no leftovers? Or did they eat them already? Still, there was a lot of empty space. There was a bowl of cherries, some gallons and bottle of waters, and a leftover pizza box? Huh. I checked the freezer too, out of curiosity. There were two slabs of meat I couldn't quite recognize and a tub of vanilla ice cream. Well, if anything, I don't think there's anything I wanted here. I closed the fridge and looked in the pantry, but again, There still wasn't a lot. There wasn't much else in here. I thought about heading back upstairs, but I could hear the living room TV playing from the next room, and it was playing a familiar voice. I know that game show. I entered the living room and made my way to the other side of the couch, where Tenzin had been sitting. I didn't really say hello as I entered, I just kind of plopped myself on the other side of the couch from where he was. He already knew I was here. It kind of felt awkward to be hello, wah 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 wah. He already knew I was here. It felt kind of awkward to be saying hello so late into my stay. This is Beryl, right? Yes. I used to watch this game show all the time with my dad. I was never really good at it, but Dad was. I think he could have won if he got on it. That's so. Yeah. Do you think he'd be good at it? Could be. Not confident I'd come out on top, though. Don't say that. I think you could win, probably. I mean, you have such a nice house. Surely you have to be a smart and hard worker to afford it. Sorry, was that rude? You have a point, I suppose. But I don't exactly feel working hard equates to knowing the most popular doll line 9 years ago or knowing how fast a horse is. Yeah, I guess that's true. Our small talk pretty much ended there, and we continued to watch the show in silence, only piping up to guess an answer or two. It was a bit strange, but nice, too, in its own weird way. Like a childhood sleepover. Eventually, I heard Twyla come back home again. She walked right past us and straight upstairs. I heard her open the door to her room, stop, then walk back downstairs. And then she joined us in the living room. What are you watching? Peril. You like that show? No offense, but I didn't really take that as something someone like you would enjoy. Alright, and the next subject is graveyards for 300. Hey, you should be good at this one. Oh, maybe. A broken column-shaped headstone is used to represent what? Well, which is it, Mary? Oh, I think that's... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Life cut short, death from foul play. I don't know, cut short? Broken columns represent lives that end early? That's why it's broken? Because you weren't able to reach old age, like how the column was broken before it got to the top. At least that's what I've heard. The contestant answering said something similar to what I said. That is correct. Huh, nice job. Oh, thanks, I think. Alright, let's head to bed now then. I don't want you sleeping in too long tomorrow morning. Oh, okay. Good night, Denson. Good night, girls. I followed Twyla upstairs and into her room again. She handed me some of her spare pajamas. I took her up on her offer to use her shower and headed to the bathroom before I got changed. Her bathroom was really clean. Cleaner than mine anyways. She didn't even have any other toothbrushes or clutter on the sink. Maybe there was another bathroom they used more often? Taking showers in someone else's house is always weird. But the shampoo had a really nice smell to it. Strangely enough, I don't recall smelling this on Twyla ever. Not that she smelled dirty or anything. Twyla always had a cleanliness to her, but this shampoo didn't seem to match hers. I got changed into Twyla's pajamas. They fit pretty comfortably, though I expected that since we are two small girls. When I returned to Twyla's room, the lights were already off. But she was clicking away on her laptop. I noticed on the floor she left a blanket and pillows for me. I didn't really want to just sleep on her rug, but I wasn't going to argue with her hospitality. I cuddled into it and tried to get comfortable. What are you typing? Nothing. Are you messaging someone? No. Does it have to do with the investigation? That's none of your business. Oh, but I'm helping you, aren't I? Yes, and I appreciate it. But there's parts of it I need to do on my own. Why does it have to be a secret? Wouldn't I be... Wouldn't I be able to help you more if I knew? No. Like I said, I appreciate your help, but I don't want you getting in the way. But what if I knew something? Something that could help? Something that could point us in the right direction? I already have my direction. Oh, good lord. I just need proof. You're certain that Reginald really did it? Who? Reginald? The guy you told me to stay away from? Yeah, I know who he is. I'm absolutely positive it was him. I just... How can you be so sure of that? I don't understand how you can be so decisive over it, especially when you don't have any proof. I'll get it. And then you'll know why you shouldn't doubt me. Alright, then. Twila, do you want to be a detective? Hmm? You want to be a detective? Is that what you're doing this? And working so hard for it? Not necessarily. I just want my city to be clean. Would you want to be a police officer or something then? Oh, God no. Even if the police weren't morons, I still wouldn't want to be a part of them. Are you like a vigilante then? What's with all the stupid questions? Sorry. What will we do after we catch him then? What do you mean? We hand him over to the police. So that's when the police steps in. Yeah, they're the one who need to arrest him after all. We just take care of it until that point. I see. And then? And then what? And then what about after that? What do you mean? There's nothing after that. It'll be done. That's it. There's nothing else you want to solve? No. You say that if, as it's common to chase down murderers. Well, no, I mean, I don't know, our friendship is pretty much built on solving mysteries, so... What? We aren't friends. We... We're not? No. I mean, if you want to refer to me as being your friend, it's fine, but... It's important you know I don't see you that way at all. I don't plan on talking with you anymore once this is over. You don't. Like, maybe if I need you for something. But otherwise, there's no point in continuing this alliance. What? You're not upset by that, right? I thought I made pretty clear I was just being polite to you. No, I'm just really tired. I think I'll sleep now. Good night. That is sad. That is sad. I had a hard time sleeping after that. It didn't help me that I was stuck on her floor either. I did eventually get to sleep, but I didn't feel any better about it in the morning. When I woke up, Twila was awake too. I don't know if she even slept. She seemed to be in the same position she was when I went to sleep. I guess she's something of a night owl. She didn't say anything to me as I grabbed my own clothes and left to the bathroom to change. I left her pajamas by the sink and headed back downstairs. I left without even saying good morning or stopping for breakfast, and I decided to walk my way to a bus stop or something. Even though Twilight doesn't think of me as a friend, I like to still think of her as one. No, I would not. I'd like to, but she's mean. It's been a few days since I slept over Twi's house. Again, I don't get many texts from her, but I've been trying not to let it get to me. I think I should have known deep down it was already going to be like this. But I mean, I guess I can't blame her. It's not all that bad though. I've been keeping busy, so I don't feel lonely. It's nearing evening now, and I'm getting ready to make dinner. Or, well, I was until I got a text on Try. And let's stop here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Because I am getting tired and I cannot read straight. And it is late. It is 11:30. It is sleepy time. So, I saved. Quit. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all good sleep and good day if you're having a day, good meal if you're having a meal, good thing if you're having a thing, and very much happiness. I will see you Saturday. Bye bye.